3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? This is the Board Game Roamer, and I'm here with an unboxing of Secrets of the Lost Tomb. This is the miniatures pack, the core miniatures pack. However, we're going to go ahead because our boys at Miniature Market had an amazing sale. We'll look at the core bosses, look at the minis from the Ancient Tales and Legends pack. There's those. We'll also go ahead and check out Reign of Terror miniatures, which we did an unboxing of Reign of Terror not too long ago. And the Great Apocalypse miniatures. Okay. Now, obviously, I do not have all of these expansions, but it was just a really good deal. And yeah, that's basically it. It's just a really good deal. And I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and grab them so at least I have them. And I'll work on getting the expansions when I can get the expansions. So we're going to start with, because it's on top, Reign of Terror. Not a whole lot in this one. Mostly because Reign of Terror was not so much about adding a whole new campaign, booklet, scenario, although it did have some. It was really had the epic adventure where you string together one or more of all of the expansions they had to have this huge overarching story. So that's what they were doing with that. So let's take a look at these. And I held off on these for a while because I was like, but then when they had the sale, I was like, well, I guess I might as well just go ahead and grab them. All right, so what do we got here? We've got the big boy. Now, you can probably tell. Well, if you can't tell, well, you can tell from that base is pretty warped. Still sits, but that's okay. These minis do not have a whole lot of detail on them, which is kind of unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. And let's see, these are the enemies that you're gonna fight, I believe. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of detail on them, which is, yeah, it's really unfortunate. And the plastic doesn't look bad, but I'm not feeling confident that it's like, high-grade plastic they use there. So I guess we'll see, right? Fun part's gonna be storing all these. Okay, let's do Ancient Myths and Legends. This has a bunch in it. See if you can kind of get a better. It's got a bunch of them in it. So let's take a look, see what we can get into with this one. Now, I'm not a painter, so somebody that's a painter may be able to take these and do some amazing things with them. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we're going to get lucky. Maybe Reign of Terror box just didn't have a ton of detail, but I'm going to be honest with you. Well, I don't know. These look maybe a little bit better, but I'm just going to be honest. I think they look a whole lot better. Alright, so what do we got here? We got Mr. Dual Tommy Guns. We got Crossbow Guy. No, this is not a great camera to do this, but then we have a Priest some sort, it looks like. Nazi. Oh, he's got a gun behind his back. He's got a little bit of detail. Can you see it really well on there? Let me see if I can make this up close a little bit better for you. Let's see here. Let's go. Let me see if I can change something here. So if I hold it right there, that's a little bit better. So you can kind of see what they look like. And get this out of the way. Okay, there we go. So again, you see how there's a little bit of detail, but honestly there's not a whole lot. Probably just enough to get some real general colors, and you can see, you can't really tell. Well, he's got like a mold line. It's pretty obvious on top that I do not believe is part of the sculpt. At least I would hope it's not part of the sculpt. And there we go. And hammer time. He's swinging it so hard it's bent. That's a bunch of dynamite. Pickaxe. That's cool. I like that one. She's got a serious lean. Look at that. Well, you can't see that. Look at that. That's flat. That's how far she's leaning. Can't really even see well. Then we've got looks like some sort of priest. Again, even though I mean I'm seeing some detail, but it's not copious amounts of detail. But I mean, you know, to be fair, there's some sort of horned warrior, and there's 3 of those in here. So I'll put those right there. And then we have a ginormous Minotaur. That, I mean, compared to the other, just put that there for, well, that's not a good example. There's a size comparison. That's pretty big. And then we have a spider queen, and that is Ancient Myths and Legends. And I mean, honestly, you know, I got these 2 because I could use them in other games to represent things or tokens. You know, they're not just necessarily for Secrets of the Lost Tomb because they were so cheap. Alright, okay, next up we're going to do, I think, the core bosses. So these are the bosses from the base set game. So this is going to be like the Pharaoh, all those guys. Alright, so what do we got here? Start with the small guys. That is a really small guy. That is, wow, that's itty bitty. Alright, then we've got this one. I'm not going to remember all these names, so I'm just going to kind of show them to you right quick. Then, of course, the Pharaoh. That's pretty obvious right there. Or maybe the, yeah, that's the Pharaoh. It's pretty cool. It's a bigger model. Then we have a undead or samurai warrior. Then we've got this, looks like a lion head, I think. He's a little bit bigger. Now this is pretty cool. I don't think this is going to be a fun guy to fight. Although, ironically, wow. Oh, because whoever did his, look at that. Whoever did his, I can't really see it, can you? Look at that. Whoever did his leg did not, that's his body. So not bad molds, but they did not take the time with that. I mean, look at his arm. I don't think it's necessarily supposed to be like that. But that's okay. It'll work. There's a pretty big guy. It's actually kind of cool, especially his face. But see, that's the thing. Like, I see all that, like it's starting to have detail, but it's not quite all there, which is unfortunate. And then we have a scorpion man spider thing. And what appears to be a form of Cthulhu. There you go. Alright, cool. So that's the core bosses. And finally, the Great Apocalypse. And you can't see that. The Great Apocalypse. Looks like we got the 4 Horsemen and zombies and, oh, here it goes. Overseer, Da Vinci's Decimator, Famine, Death, Pestilence, War, Zombie Walkers, and a couple of the bosses. Yep, cool. So let's get this thing open. Some of these Secrets of the Lost Tomb upgrades at this point are really hard to find. And I don't believe that Secrets of the Lost Station, which I will be getting in the Pledge Manager, had the option to buy all these. Although I guess I probably should go double check, because if they did, that would be amazing. Ah. Probably should cut the backs of these boxes off and keep them as references. Okay. So we've got, let's get this a little bit. There's a rider. Get all the riders out here. There's the 4 Apocalypse. The full Apocalypse team there. And then we've got, let's see here. It's a Walker. Boom, boom. So then we've got, so there's the Horsemen. And that's pretty weak plastic, just to be honest with you. These horses especially. At least this has got a big cape. That's probably death, I'm gonna guess. That keeps him from doing a lot of moving, but these other ones, I mean, and that base is not moving, you can see that. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, then we got some walkers, zombies. There's 4 of those. Oopsie. They're all the same, so I won't show you all 4 of those. Won't show you all 5 of those. Then we have another boss. Another boss with a big fat club. Again, these are all in the box, but look them all up. Man with a gun, trench coat, a bit ominous. Oh, there's 2 of those. I guess these are like some sort of like overseers or something like that. And yeah, I mean, you can't really tell, but I mean, there's like very little detail on these. So be very creative when you're painting, I guess. Cool. Okay, so not amazing, I'm gonna be honest, but they would make good proxy minis for other things. If you wanted to, especially like the monsters and stuff for D&D or something like that, you could use that. If you just wanted to pick one to represent you on the board to move around and use the standees for the enemies or something like that, then you know, honestly, I think that would probably actually be pretty okay. So yeah, there you go. There's the minis. As for, I guess I should give you a little bit of a better lineup. So in terms of like the largest minis, it's gonna be like these guys, 4 Horsemen, and the Pharaoh, this Minotaur, and then pretty much everything else except for him, they are going to be like this size, just to give you kind of a comparison. So, alright, there you go, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm the Board Game Roamer, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.